Okay, we are live
We're
with
live?
HammerTime Podcast, episode 2. Luke, how's it going, my man?
Good. Long week. How's yours?
Long, very long.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna do it all over again tomorrow.
that we are.
Yeah,
We'll get into that.
I'm not looking forward to it, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. Well, I appreciate you changing where you're sitting, by the way, so I don't have the fan going off this time.
Yeah, I rearranged some stuff in my room, put a couple chairs a couple different places. Now we don't, no fan, no light in the background. We got Jeter peeking in over there.
That's cool with me.
All right. As
Again,
long as you're okay with that.
all right, we got a full plate. Let's dive right in.
All right, let's do it.
Lots of celebrities in the news this week. Number
Mhm.
one, my favorite story is Charlie Sheen. Uh, went to the dentist last week, high on cocaine, and he almost stabbed his dentist.
I
So
mean,
it seems like Charlie's doing well.
yeah, not surprised. It's Charlie Sheen. That's first of all. Second of all, he's kind of just doing what we all want to do when we go to the dentist. I don't know anyone that likes going to the dentist. You know what I mean? I mean, if I was under the influence of anything when I went to the dentist, I might do this. I don't know.
I
I
think
hate going to the dentist.
I don't even need anything to make me do that. I almost do that when I go now.
It like when they're in when they're in there and they're poking the gums and the teeth. Like sometimes I put my hands up. Like I get it sucks.
Yeah.
No one likes that feeling. Anyone that says that is like, oh, my teeth just feel so clean after. Shut up. That's a lie. Everyone hates going to the dentist.
Yeah, but I'm excited for Charlie. It's good. It's good to hear him back in the news, and I
Yeah,
hope
yeah.
I'm following his bender this time. I'm right with him here. I'm following him every day. Find something new, he's gonna do crazy stuff.
absolutely. It's great for people like us who get to talk about it. I mean, I want. He's having fun. He's just doing Charlie Sheen things. It's just another day in the Charlie Sheen life, doing big rocks of cocaine and going to the dentist and almost killing the dentist.
Yeah, it's
That's what he
good.
does. That's what he should be doing.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I say he's in a good spot. It seems like
Yeah,
he's
absolutely.
cool. Another celebrity who's kind of off on a tangent. Shia LaBeouf. He um
Yeah,
he was on. He's in this new movie with Brad Pitt called Fury, and I read the story on set he cut himself with a knife, like his face, so he had like real wounds, like war wounds, to make it look real, like
he
it was no big deal.
he is off the deep end now at this point. I mean, we talked about this earlier. I loved Even Steven. That
We've come
show
a
on
long
this
way from these
channel,
seasons, my friend.
that's A plus. I feel like we're the only age group of people that have some sort of love for him because of that show. Because everyone else only knows him as this crazy person that he is now. He's cutting his face so it looks more real. Like, give me a rest, bro. The one time he's wearing the bag over his head, you see that? It said "I am not famous anymore" or something. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know what his deal is. He was on the Ellen show and said that he doesn't shower. He didn't shower for 4 months. Four
yeah,
months for
yeah. It's
for
great.
the movie. That's insane.
Yeah, that's dedication, though.
Yeah, you gotta appreciate that.
I hope he doesn't go off like on like a Heath Ledger path, because he kind of got into his roles a little bit too
I
much.
feel like he
What do they call that,
wants.
method acting?
Yeah, I think he wants to though. But he's putting himself out there like this, cutting his face up and shit. Like, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm a big Shia LaBeouf fan, so I hope he
Yeah,
keeps doing stuff too.
I hope he pulls it together. Again, even Steven, that's him at his pinnacle. I will say that.
Yeah, definitely. Um,
Absolutely.
Somebody else, Iggy Azalea. She was at the supermarket with her friend. Some paparazzi guys harassing her. She comes outside, yelling at him, saying, "I wish you get Ebola. I wish you die." What's your take on that? Because I loved it.
First of all, we have to talk about the insult itself. I hope you get Ebola and die. That's the most vicious thing at this point in time that you could say to someone right now. Like that cuts deep. So I love that. I mean, she's really trying to get under this guy's skin. She's not like cutting any corners. She wants him to know that I hate you. I hope you get the worst disease known on planet Earth right now, and it kills you.
Yeah,
Second of
and
all,
he was yelling back at her like nonsense, like you're never gonna get the red carpet. You're never gonna get the red carpet. I don't know what
I
that
don't.
means. But
I didn't understand. Like when stuff like this happens, I find myself against the celebrities because usually they're just being
oh, so
assholes.
against her.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. I think I'm with IGGY on this one. Like I feel like she was getting like this guy was obviously out of control, all up in her face. Like she was just going to the grocery store. Like I know I don't give a fuck about what Iggy Azalea does at the grocery store. Like
Yeah,
it is a little too much. Like I understand. Yeah, when you become a public figure, you open yourself up to stuff like this. People following you and want to get your picture, but I
yeah.
think there's a line.
That's where I'm gonna interrupt you, and I take the opposite side for that exact reason because dude, she's famous. She's getting followed wherever she goes with paparazzi. Who cares?
I know. Listen, I wish I got followed by paparazzi. That's obvious, but I
Yeah,
can see how at some point when you're trying to hang out and go throughout your day as a person, people are following you, taking pictures.
No, I hear you. I'm with you on that one, no doubt. But it's been a good week for celebrities. Amanda Bynes also doing well. That's really awesome.
Another thing, like she just goes missing for the longest period of time and just comes back full crazy. Like no one's ever done that before. I thought she was gonna ease into it, maybe. Like
she was coming in hot.
it just drops the craziest shit that anyone's ever heard. I mean, I love it. Anything. When I first saw like people talking about it, I was like, no, Bynes is back. Like I was ready to. I was excited. You know what I mean?
No,
I love any Bynes.
It's great stuff.
It really is. I mean, there's another show, The Amanda Show, all that. I mean, she was fantastic on that.
Eagles about to kick that ass.
Yeah, the Giants stink.
Word. All right. Let's keep moving. Last week we talked about those classes that we would take, like a random class that we would take in college. Flipped around this week. If you could like teach a class or classes, I don't know how many you have in your mind, but like a class you could definitely teach something that like you're good at that might be like a little bit weird or like unappreciated or something that like you take pride in.
Yeah. So for me, like when I was thinking about this, my first thought was, what do I know the most about? You know what I mean? What do I know more about than anything? And my class that I would teach, it would have to be on 90s pop culture. That's it. I don't think I know anything as well as I know the 90s. We could be talking about movies, cartoons, television shows, music, celebrities, sports. It doesn't matter. The 90s, I have that on lock. We could talk about, the steroid era in baseball. We could talk about those late 90s Yankees, obviously, the rise and fall of Vanilla Ice.
Well, basically, you could have like hosted the Teen Choice Awards.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
So yeah, I feel like that's a class that needs to be taught as well because people that are going to be coming into college soon aren't going to be able to appreciate the 90s.
Oh man,
I need to let them know that it was the best. Television was the best. Music was the best. Everything was. America was the best in the 90s.
Sure was. Yeah. So I have two classes.
Okay.
One is I walk very well through crowds, like when there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm elusive. I'm in and out. I'm over, under people, whatever. I'm getting in and out better than anybody there. I'm a phenomenal walker. I don't know if that's like a common thing, but I know that I'm good at it and other people aren't, like around me.
I agree with you on that. There's times where I'm walking through downtown Manhattan and I feel like I'm Barry Sanders. I'm quick on my feet. I'm making moves around people. When I'm trying to be somewhere, I'm getting from A to B. That's all I'm focused about. I have no regard.
Yeah, I feel like it's almost like you're either good or you're bad. It's a natural thing, but I think it's something that I should be able to teach people because it's a problem. It's an epidemic.
The world would be a better place if everyone walked like people like us. Yeah. If everyone walked the way we did, everyone would there would be no traffic, no like clogged up sidewalks. Everyone would just keep it moving. That's it.
Yeah, if only there were more of me in the world.
Yeah. I wish.
Yeah, me too, man. Seriously. The other class is I'm very, very good at like throwing up like goldfish in the air and catching them in my mouth, like goldfish, grapes, marshmallows, anything like those small snacks. I'll throw them up in the air and catch like 100 of them in a row. It's unreal.
Wow. How high would you say you throw them?
I mean, I usually do it in the house, so like what, 8 feet, or I can go across the room, so like a distance one.
Okay.
I don't think I have any kind of
I
limit.
set up somewhere and was like using you as like a basketball hoop, you could.
I don't have any kind of limit though, so I could
Okay.
infinite number of feet. I can throw it to the moon and then catch it in my mouth every time.
So you're definitely the guy that teaches this class then.
Oh, that's my class. Yeah,
That's you.
it's an upper level class actually. It's not
That's
a
300 level for sure. That's a 300 level life thing for sure.
Yeah, but it's also a gen ed requirement because everyone's gonna have to take it because it's very useful.
Yeah, absolutely.
hmm
More useful than like more useful than Gen Psych. I had to take that class.
Yeah, way more useful than gen psych.
Right?
Definitely,
Walking too. Walking is definitely way more useful.
definitely. And 90s culture. It's 9 credits.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good semester right there. Add a couple more like major requirements.
Yeah, my class is not a walk in the park though. I'm cracking down.
No, yeah, I'm not gonna mess around on mine either. I might just like as pop quizzes, I'll just throw a movie quote at someone and see if they get it. It's either pass or fail. 5 points real quick. Maybe make it
Yeah,
extra credit or something.
these kids are gonna have a head on a swivel at all times, ready to go. They're on edge at all times.
I might make somebody like recite Ezekiel 25:17 from Pulp Fiction. So up there and do that. That'd be good.
On the spot. It's like a
Yeah.
like a presentation.
Exactly.
Word. All right, we're going off on a bit of a tangent here with that one.
As always.
Yeah, that's all right. No problems. A buddy of mine told me we should talk about like how to basically just get through your Mondays, like how to get through Mondays because everyone complains about it. It sucks, but like you gotta do it anyway. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you do anything like in particular to like try to get the day moving faster.
Mondays are hard. Every Monday so far has been pretty tough for me. I mean, you have to wake up in a good mindset. If you wake up and the first thing you say is, oh, fuck, it's Monday, the day is going to be bad. And usually that's what I do. So I usually have a rough Monday because I hate it. You got to have if you're commuting, you have to have a good playlist. Playlist in the morning on a Monday is crucial.
Yeah.
I have my Monday playlist set every day. I switch it up every Sunday. I move some stuff around, but I know what I'm listening to on that bus ride. That's number one. That's the first thing that happens. Number two, I like to get a couple good snacks on Monday so I could keep them in the drawer of my desk. And that way, when I'm hitting that first Monday wall, got some cashews in my desk, open them up, get the day moving a little bit. I don't know. What do you have? What do you do on Mondays?
Those are both good points. I always like to wear like crazy socks on Monday. Like I like to dress nice on Monday.
Yeah.
Like people like maybe will compliment me, and that kind of
Get some positive energy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I like that move.
Yeah, that's one. So like tomorrow, I'm gonna go pick out my socks after this and I got 4 new pairs of socks this weekend. So
Dude.
I had a field day at the mall yesterday with socks. You have no idea. I was going crazy.
Eric, I don't know if you know that I'm like a sock guy. Like I have too many pairs of dress socks. I established it early at my office when I started working, and I became heavy with my like best pairs the first week, and people realized real quick like I'm gonna be a force to be reckoned with when it comes to the socks.
Yeah, people call me the sock wizard actually.
Yeah, see that I have the same reputation, but there's other guys in my office that are older than me who have some pretty good sock games, so it's good. There's like competition.
Yeah,
I'm the young gun.
People at work they call me sock wizard. I call myself that, and like I figure people around me probably think that also. So.
Yeah, probably.
So besides wearing like nice socks, I usually get a bacon, egg, and cheese on Mondays. Get like a nice breakfast going. Gotta get the day.
Yeah.
You can't like sit around and wait because the day's gonna suck.
Mm-hmm.
And the last part kind of ties into that. Like You just gotta stop complaining, stop being a bitch, and just do it because complaining
Have
doesn't
no
do
choice.
it.
No, that's why I say when you wake up and you're like on the commute, you have to just get yourself in a good mindset. Because if you bitch about it all day, the day it's gonna feel like a million hours. Your Monday. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
awful.
exactly. And,
And
you, and that's all about body language because people read that and then like they don't want to talk to you, and then Monday gets even worse. So like
yeah,
I'm not happy
exactly.
to work tomorrow, but I'm gonna go in and like do what I have to do and hopefully give off good vibes.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah.
And especially on the good breakfast. A Monday morning breakfast has to be your best one of the week. It has to be.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Switching gears a little bit to
All right.
sport. I think we talked about it briefly, but like you're a Yankees fan and what you're a Colts fan, right?
Yeah.
So who are your like least favorite athletes of all time? I imagine probably like a maybe like a Manny Ramirez or like a Pedro.
Those are the two ones. Those are like I know it's typical, and I want to try to pick some to like a couple people that maybe weren't as cliche, but I don't think I can't. I don't hate anyone more than Manny Ramirez or Pedro. They're 1A and 1B in my book. Manny Ramirez, he's a Yankee killer, man. He always beat up the Yankees in the playoffs. I think we're the best team like he ever performed against or something like that. Plus, he's just a scumbag. Like just the way he looks, the way he acts. Like I just hate everything about him. And Pedro's even worse. Like
I love Pedro. Pedro's great.
see, of course you would. You would love Pedro. See, the thing about Pedro is that he doesn't really own the Yankees. He only has like I think he's 12 and 13 against the Yankees, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
His good games that he's had against the Yankees, he kills us. I think he had a game when he struck out like 15 people one game or something like that. I remember it was close to playoff time. It might have been in the playoffs, but him at his best, he would kill us, and he was just an asshole about it. But we had the whole "Who's your daddy" thing. We lit him up in the World Series when he was on the Phillies. Uh, so
Yeah.
fuck Pedro. But Manny always used to
Pedro
kill
had a
us.
brief stint with the Mets.
Hmm?
Pedro had a cup of coffee with the Mets.
Yeah, real quick, real quick stint. Yeah.
Yeah, and I always think it's hilarious watching him throw Don Zimmer to the ground during that brawl.
What a piece of shit, man.
Yeah,
What a just an awful human being. Can you imagine throwing an old human? Like, no. No way.
well, Pedro only plays by Pedro's rules. So same with Manny.
See, that's why I hate them. They think they're larger than life, but they're not.
They're great. That's awesome. Yeah, I figured those were your two. So
Yeah.
that's like so I root for the Mets and the Jets. So like it's easy for me to say like a Tom Brady, who's just like
Me too.
who's tormented me for like over a decade now.
Yeah.
He's probably not my most hated. I really Pat Burrell was a Met killer for years with the Phillies.
Hmm.
More than him was Chipper Jones.
Yeah.
He's my mortal enemy. Just despise everything about him. Killed the Mets for years, and I don't like that guy.
Yeah. No. Here's the thing about Brady, because as a Colts fan, like we had him in the AFC Championship every single year, so I really hated Brady. But the reason he can't be my most hated is because I respect him, because I know that he's a gamer, and I hate admitting it because I do hate him on a very, very high level. I enjoy when the Patriots lose, genuinely. It's also because they're from Boston, and I hate Boston. Anything that comes out of Boston, I hate it. And but you have to respect the guy. He's a gamer. He comes to play every week.
Yeah, he's a beast, and he's got a hot wife. So
Oh my God,
yeah.
gorgeous.
Somebody else, by the way, that over the past like year, I've grown like a fond hatred for, and it's just gonna get worse and worse. Is Bryce Harper?
Yeah,
He is like 21 years old. Is he 21?
22 now maybe.
22, and he is just. I mean, he's a superstar, and if he's 22 and plays for the next like he's gonna play until he's 40, he's gonna make my life a living hell for the next 18
Until
years.
you're old. Until you're
40
old.
years old, which
Yeah.
is it makes me want to puke all over myself just thinking about that.
Yeah, I feel bad for you because he is going to torment you for a very long time. Obviously, I'm all about it. I'm all about him. Everything he does, I love it. And anytime he says something crazy in a post-game interview, I'm always all over it. I'm one of the first ones to hear it because I'm just always watching what's Bryce doing. And, I mean, the kid's just a monster, man. He's an absolute beast. He some of his home runs from the past month are still in orbit. They're in the air still. I mean, he crushes the ball.
Yeah, well, he's also a dick. So
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
he's on my shit list. He's number one on my list.
Yep, you're gonna play him a million times in the next for the rest of his career.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it because
That sucks.
he's cocky too, which really bothers me. But I don't. We're done. We're done with Bryce Harper because I don't want to get angry. So let's.
Only gonna make me mad.
Yeah. You got like happy sports moments, like your favorite favorite memories, favorite
As
like
a
best
fan?
sports moment as a fan. Yeah.
Um, it's hard to rank a number one, to be honest.
I thought about this for the past couple of days, and it's not easy.
It's hard. I could give you a handful. 2009 World Series for the Yankees, just because it was an unbelievable run. I loved beating the Phillies because I hate Philly, so I loved beating them. And I was older, and I appreciated it a little bit more than when I was a kid. That being said, beating the Mets in 2000, that was awesome because, I mean, that was the coolest time to be a baseball fan from our area because it was just everyone in our school that was a baseball fan. Our team was in the World Series. It was amazing, except like a few people who liked a different team and they just sucked, but it was awesome. But the Yankees were better and they won. The best sports moments I've ever seen, I was at the 2001 game when Scott Brose hit a home run off Bung Young Kim in the bottom of the ninth with 2 outs, tied it up. That was awesome. The stadium was literally shaking up and down. That was cool. Colts won a Super Bowl. That was great. That night was great, too, because it was the first time I ever hit a Super Bowl box. So my team won the Super Bowl, and I won money.
Coincidence? No.
No. Of course not. Of course not.
Aligned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? I mean, I just threw a bunch of them out there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as a like a Mets, Jets, Knicks, Rangers, and now Rutgers fan, you know,
Miserable.
my options are pretty limited. As
Miserable. Yeah.
Sports moments.
I just threw a bunch of championships.
Speak volume to my fascination with mediocrity. So.
Yep.
But anyway. I do have a couple like big time memories when Piazza hit the home run after 9/11 at Shea Stadium. That was the first pro sporting event since after the attacks in New York. So that was pretty awesome.
That was like scripted stuff. That was awesome.
Yeah. The Jets being the Pats in the playoffs a few years ago with the Bart Scott, the can't wait that game.
Oh man. That is
the best moment as a football fan.
Has to be, yeah.
Yeah, and then since then it's been all miserable.
Misery.
But what else? Oh, Landon Donovan's goal in the World Cup. The previous one, so 4 years ago.
That was awesome.
The goal against Algeria. I remember that because I was home. I didn't have a final that day. It was during school. And I showed up late to graduation practice because I was watching that game. So that's a good little story with that one.
Yeah, I actually left. I left graduation practice early to get tickets for the Eminem and Jay-Z concert. That was at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah,
that was good. But yeah, any American World Cup moment. The one I did forget to say was this year, the Olympics when we beat Russia in the shootout.
Yeah, that was sick.
Me and my friends woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning. We went to Kelly's. You know Kelly's, I'm assuming. Early morning car bombs and beers and just America hockey. And that was one of the best sporting events I ever watched.
Yeah, that was sick.
No question. That's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. TJ Oshie just keeps coming out there and keeps scoring goals.
That was awesome.
Nothing better.
That was legendary.
Legendary.
Yeah. I also have two more. those three were like the bottom three. These are the top two. They're pretty much one against the other. Um, the first was when Santana threw a no hitter for the
I knew you were
Mets.
going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
2012, because that was the first no hitter for the Mets. That was
Hmm.
awesome. Me and my dad were watching the game on the couch, and like when he threw the last when he threw that last pitch, and they struck him out. Me and my dad did one of those like jumping hugs, like yeah. That was great. And the other one was senior year of high school when we beat Marlboro on a buzzer beater at home and rushed the court.
Oh, wow.
You remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, I do remember that. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was great.
I didn't even think about high school fandom moments. That was smart of you because I have a bunch of those.
Yeah.
I've rushed the field at Manalapan and got removed from games before.
Yeah, you know what? Yo, so let's say that because we're gonna do like a hooligan bit in at some point, like next week.
Right. Okay.
I know you got plenty of stories for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the high school ones was great. That was a great one because we hit that G Baker hit that game
Catch
winning
and
shot.
dude, just caught shot,
Yeah,
nothing but net.
yeah, that was sick.
That was awesome.
Next one, like best moments as a player, like in your career. So for me, um, my athletic career kind of plateaued once I hit like middle school. That
Yeah.
was that was like my athletic peak, like eighth grade.
Yeah.
After that, everyone else got like, really good, and I got like super lazy.
Okay.
It's weren't that big of a deal. Weren't that big of a deal, at least for me playing. But the best one I had was we played Tom's River in the state cup one year in soccer, probably when I was like 13 or 14, and they were the state cup runner up, so they were the second in the state the year before, and we were big time rivals, and we matched them first round of the playoffs, and we played at the rec on on field H in the rain or like in the mud. It was gross, and we beat them in overtime, like a sudden a golden goal. John Franklin like put like a poke in front of the net, and it was sick.
That's
It was
awesome.
awesome. Everyone like rushed the field and ran and like a dog pile. That was great. The other one was when we won the rec basketball championship senior year of high school. So like the last one. It was
Yeah, the
basically,
last
it was
one.
basically like what Jeter did, like retiring like that day and just winning.
That's awesome. Yeah, rec championships were a big deal. Mine
That's
that
by the way, that's the only trophy I have in my room is my rec basketball championship from that year.
that's a big one. That's
Yeah.
that's big. Um, when we were like 8, 9, and 10 years old, we had a hockey team. We played at Aberdeen Good Sports. It's Tab Ramos Sports Center now. Uh, we won back-to-back undefeated championships, and that was like the best team. That was probably the best team I was ever on, to be honest with you. When we were that young, we were just the best 10-year-old hockey players around, and so that was great. I mean, we were beating teams by 10 goals. Some games, our goalie would face like 2 shots on net a game average, so that was good. Um, High school gym class, I'm counting this 100% when I won the tournament of champions for Verde hockey, outdoor hockey.
I did that soccer once. I forgot about that.
So for anyone watching this that isn't from Manalapan, gym class, I mean, we took gym class very, very seriously. We didn't just go and like shoot hoops for an hour. There were 3 classes that you had to take. You had to take indoor soccer for 2 quarters. It was just you had to do it. That's what everyone did. And outdoor hockey for the last semester, or you could do badminton if you didn't want to do hockey, which was just as competitive.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've seen girls get their legs broken in indoor soccer. Fights break out in outdoor hockey. My first day of outdoor hockey, we were freshmen. I got thrown into the fence, and that fence had like just rust and probably had hepatitis in my lip or some stuff like something like that. But we won the tournament of champions my senior year, so that was awesome. Oh, and the other one I wanted to say was at Rutgers, our junior year, in the Crescent Classic, we we were on the beach volleyball team. It was a semifinals. It was us and TDX, and we were by far the best two teams there. So it was basically like the championship. The championship, we rolled over some team, but us and TDX, we were the best two teams. It was a 3-game set. All 3 games went to like extra points because it was win by 2, and all 3 games were 19-19, 20-20, and went all the way down to the wire. Went to like 25-23 one game, probably the same for the other ones. And that was awesome. We had everyone was watching. They had all their guys there. We had all our guys there, and that was good. That was just competitive beach volleyball, which I know you love as well.
Yeah, no, I know. I remember getting into all those things like big time. When you get like a big crowd for those games,
Yeah,
when when the whole group gets up for that type of thing, it's pretty.
I thought that I was in the Olympics. Like I thought I was playing Olympic volleyball at that point. I was like, this is what it feels like.
Yeah, yeah. It's like under the lights and everything, like the
Yeah.
fame. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, those are good ones actually. I didn't think about.
I have some good high school wrestling ones, but no one wants to hear that shit.
No. But yeah, no, nothing personal, but not my thing.
No, hey, listen, I know the deal. I know what the deal is.
Word. Did you get any Manalapan residence posts?
I got one.
Oh hell yeah.
I got on my phone here. So last week, obviously, I was talking about how I wasn't even in the group, and they didn't add me for like days. I don't know if there's like some sort of vetting process. They make sure that I'm actually from Manalapan, that I have an address in our town. I got approved, I guess, and I finally got added to the group. And since I was never part of the group, I never truly understood how funny it was outside of your blogs. Anytime you dropped one, I read them, and I was like, wow, this is crazy, like the collection that he picked. But every single post is ridiculous. And I understand your fascination with it now. I didn't know when I read the blog, and now I get it. It gets me through the week. That helps on Monday, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's powerful stuff.
So this one's it's a little long, but
I'm all ears.
here it is.
What's the person's first name?
It got cut off.
All right, no worries.
It's better that way anyway. But so this lady is responding to someone else's post previously,
Okay.
but she felt the need to make her own post rather than commenting on the other one because I guess she wanted her own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
Which makes sense.
Either way.
So she says, Mr. David, I would like to comment on post you made today that irritates me. I am a Manalapan in capitals, a Manalapan resident, but my son plays on a sports team out of town. We were all at the tournament that you spoke about, and as a matter of fact, we played your club's team. You said your team had a problem because of a nameless organization. I think everyone can figure out what organization you're speaking about. So her son, I guess, is on this team that he was talking shit about that Manalapan kids were playing on. So there were some ringers on this team.
Okay.
It goes on. The part that makes me mad is you accused a group of doing something to one of your teams that would cause them issues. That is not the truth at all. We happened to be sitting with some of your parents and heard that the truth is your coach didn't have his passes because they split the team up to go play somewhere else, and he took the passes with him. I don't know what the fuck that means, but she's really mad about it. She wanted to single that part out.
Yeah, I mean, apparently you got to bring the passes.
Exactly. More, the story you were told by your coach wasn't true. As a matter of fact, the tournament crew printed passes for them because in a sanctioned tournament, you must have passes, no exceptions. That was very nice of the staff there. I'm not a huge fan of the nameless group you accused, but if you dislike them so much to blame them for things, why do you and your partner still have children playing in that program? If they were that bad of a group, they wouldn't allow your kids to play there. Anyway, I need to say that, and I believe you owe the group an apology for bashing them in public. So now, not only does she say why she's so pissed at this person, just calls him out in front of the whole group, but she demands an apology out of this guy.
So I think that maybe her son's not on the team, but she's somehow associated with, I guess, in the same whatever organization that is. Maybe it's like
Yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe it's like the club for their town, for the town. I don't know, but yeah, the demanding the apology, that got me. That was hilarious.
I mean, whoever
it was is quite upset.
That's gonna give her satisfaction. If he apologizes in the group, she's gonna like feel happier. You realize how sad that is?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Awful. But yeah, that was the one that I grabbed that caught my attention the most. I love when people make really long statuses, like really emotional statuses on Facebook. They always make me laugh, and this is certainly on that level. Really showing how upset she is to a group filled with 3,000 people in it.
Yeah. Well, when you said that she posted it on her own instead of as a comment on that post, I thought it was just because they didn't know how, because like old people don't know how to use the internet or Facebook or anything. Mm-hmm. So, but now it's because she wanted more people to see it.
Exactly. That's exactly why she did. She wanted
a diabolical move
by the whole group. She was very adamant. She wanted the world to know, or the world of Manalapan at least. Yeah,
that's awesome. That's great. I mean, that's the type of gold that you need in that group.
That's what. But it keeps coming and coming and coming every day. It's hilarious.
Yeah, my dad sent me one. It was from this guy. His name was, I don't know what his name is. The name's not here. But the post was, "Who's turning heat on tonight?"
That's the whole post?
That's the whole post. Who's turning heat on tonight?
So, do we think this guy was... Here's my first thought. I think this guy was in an argument with his wife to turn the heat on. He was like, "I want to turn the heat on tonight," and she was upset. Like, no, like it's too early to put the heat on. So he's like, "You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna post in the Manalapan residence group, see what they say." And he was probably hoping for, oh yeah, definitely putting the heat on tonight. It's really cold, to be like, show his wife, "See, look at this."
I think you're overthinking it. I think he was just like one of these like weird Manalapan guys who wants to know who else is cold. It's getting cold out. Like, it's one of those, like, hey, like, man, that weather out there is pretty crazy. Like, it's one of those things, like, oh yeah, it's getting cold out. Like, I gotta turn my heat on today. How about you? It's one of those like real casual but like unnecessary things to say.
See, you're a seasoned veteran, so you get that these people more than I do, and that makes that makes way more sense than what I said. Now that you said it like that, yours is 100% what it is, dude. It's definitely this guy just being like, "Hey, who else is turning their heat on?"
Yeah.
LOL.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's weird, but I do feel like I know these people, like almost on a personal level. That's because they kicked me out.
You do. It was personal enough to the fact that they removed you. Think of it that way.
Yeah, no, it definitely got personal, but that's great. Yeah, those are both two great posts, though. The one that should have been a comment, and the one that shouldn't have existed. So that's awesome.
Fantastic.
We gotta get more for next week, because that's the best part of this whole thing, is talking about those.
Yeah, I'll pull some more for next week for sure.
I'll try to get my pops to send me some other ones too.
It's amazing that you have to send people on like covert ops missions so you could get your Manalapan residence fix. Have you see? I was gonna say maybe make a fake Facebook, but
I told you I could join anytime I wanted to right now.
Oh, so you won't go back because you were removed.
Well, it's not like I hate them. It's like
it's a pride thing.
They kicked me out. Yeah, it's a pride thing. Hell yeah.
Pride.
They kicked me out. They made their point. Their voice was louder than mine. So, they felt we were better off without each other. And then the next day they came back, basically like begging for forgiveness and begging me to take them back. And I'm not gonna play those games.
No, so. You're making the right play. They they talk about you. I'm sure they have meetings and they talk about how they miss you. I'm sure they do.
Yeah, well,
Why?
they had to put it to the vote whether I should belong in the Facebook group or not. So
Dude,
all press is good press.
if I could be a fly on the wall at the meeting when they talked about voting you out,
You know what it is? It's probably one of these like Google Hangouts that we're doing.
it's probably, yeah, that's exactly what it is. They probably Skype each other and they all those in favor, like, oh my
You know
God.
why? Actually, you know what? You know why it can't be? Because they don't know what each other look like. There's no way they'd actually know each other.
Yeah,
They're just online friends. They know each other from like their pictures on Facebook.
I bet half of them are still using desktop computers without a camera, so they couldn't do it anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Also,
Hmm.
yeah, that's great. That's the little story behind that. I moved on. I
Yeah,
got better things to do, so it's
bigger and better things to worry about.
all good. I'll find something else to get to commit to, but
To get riled up about.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. You got anything?
No, is that everything? We did pretty well.
Oh, I forgot. Katy Perry is singing at the Super Bowl at halftime. Thoughts on that?
I did hear that. I did hear that. Yeah.
Not like Katy Perry.
Listen, the more Katy Perry on television in my ears, the better, man. I mean, she puts out straight jams. Every song she puts out, I love it.
Disagree.
And I mean, she's a 12. She's a 12 out of 10. The more you put of her on screen, the better. I'm sure she's going to be wearing something.
I'll agree with that. The more of her on screen is better. The ears thing, I think her music's trash right now. She hasn't had a good song since Teenage Dream.
I guess I kind of live in the past a little bit. Her old stuff is definitely what I'm thinking about when I think about Katy Perry.
Teenage Dream and California Girls, and I Kissed a Girl.
California Girl, that is amazing. She's got better others. Waking Up in Vegas.
No, not a good song.
Oh, you're wrong. You're definitely wrong on that. That's just a fun song. You hear that, and I'm just like, I'm having a good time right now, no matter what I'm doing.
I'll jam to Dark Horse every once in a while.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
But Wide Awake is the worst song that ever created in the world by anybody.
Not a fan. Not a fan of that at all. That song sucked.
But anyway, the more of her on screen, the better, because that I have no problem with.
Can you imagine what she's gonna be wearing? I can't. She's gonna be looking good.
I'm praying for another like Janet Jackson incident.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
That would be.
I mean, it's as far as the performer goes, it's gonna be very vanilla, I think, because she's
Yeah. She's not gonna be shaking her shit up there like.
She's got a tough act to follow. Bruno Mars killed it last year.
Oh my God! And I was talking shit about the Bruno Mars selection, and I mean
Bruno Mars is the man.
he blew me away. I tend to not like him. I don't trust him because he's so short and he's an adult. Like adults that are that short really they bother me. But listen, the guy killed it. He killed it last year at halftime.
Word. Yeah, well, that's it for me. I think I forgot about to say it before.
Yeah, no. That's.
I like your money team shirt.
Thanks. Yeah, it's ironic too because me and my friends all bought this shirt, but we got the bootleg ones. So
Oh, really?
it's not legit money team. That's why it's like faded a little bit over here, but
Counterfeit money team.
yeah. Usually I wouldn't tell people that, but I couldn't lie to the people.
Yeah. I'm sporting this Team Hammer shirt. I don't know if you
Yeah,
see
what's
it.
that?
It's just Team Hammer. Can you see that? And then it says lifetime member.
Lifetime member.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be on the team forever.
Yeah, no, you're on the team for life. You're on Team Hammer for life. That's there's no question about that.
Yeah, we actually the whole family has matching shirts. Don't tell anyone that.
That just.
Now, we don't wear them together, but like we're all on the team. We're all members.
It's just like me with the money team.
Well, my mom like converted to the team. She was a late edition.
Yeah, no, you were born into it. She had to be recruited.
Right. By Big Mike.
By Big Mike, yeah. He brought you all into Team Hammer. He's
Yeah,
he's he's the Don. He's the Don Juan of the team.
yeah. Big birthday shout out to Mike Hammer.
Hey, there you go. How old? How young? How young of
Uh,
a gentleman is
you
he?
know what are numbers nowadays? What are numbers?
He wouldn't want you to. He wouldn't want you to say it.
Yeah, age is just a number.
Yeah, I agree.
He's young as can be.
Oh yeah, he doesn't look a day over 30. Tell him I said that.
It's what I sure will. He'll be thrilled.
Good. That picture of him with the mustache was fantastic.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
that was a aggressive stash.
I loved it. I loved every second of it. I argue with like my family and my girlfriend. Like I legitimately think that I could pull off a mustache. I think I would look good. I think I could be a mustache dad when I'm older.
Yeah,
I really think
I
so.
don't know if I could do it. I could do maybe a full goatee. I don't know if I could do just a stash though.
I don't know.
Out by those things nowadays.
Yeah, but at a certain point when I don't know. I think I'd fall into the area of people that are okay to have the mustache. You know the people that have you know what I mean? Like
Small group.
yeah, I think I could be a part of that exclusive club.
Word. Test it out, bro. November's coming up soon. You can do that.
Yeah, I might. I think I will. I think I'm gonna do that actually. I think I might make that a thing. I posted on Instagram a picture of me with a mustache once, and I thought I looked good. I really thought I looked good.
Are you gonna do just a stash? You're gonna do everything, no shave.
I might do just a stash.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do either of those things because I like
Realistically, I won't do either.
what?
Realistically, I probably won't do either. So
Yeah. No, I don't like shaving, but I also don't like getting like once it gets like too itchy, I just quit and shave it, or at least trim it down so it's like shadow. But
nah, I've grown out the beard multiple times in college. I got pretty grizzly at some points.
yeah, I hear you. All right, let's cut this hygiene chatter to a minimum. I guess no one wants to hear that.
Yeah, that's episode 2, right?
Wrap. That's a wrap.
The HammerTime podcast starring Luke. That's
Yeah, I mean the other two guys, you know, they had other obligations that were obviously more important.
The show must go on.
The show must go on, and there are obviously no issues. And as far as them coming back, you know, we'll have to have our own meeting. We'll have to
We'll have to put it to a vote.
Chats and put it to a vote.
It's gonna have to be put to a vote. That's for
We
sure.
can vote now.
Yeah, let's vote them out right now in front of the people. They're not coming back. I said it. Sorry, Chris. Sorry, Max. You're done. What do you think?
I can't. How can I defend them?
It's inexcusable.
We're trying to build a company over here.
Yeah, we're trying to have a steady thing going. There's people that are commenting saying, I wanna be on one time, and we got these 2 kids that were supposed to come back and they don't even come back. So maybe we'll have to add some. Maybe we'll have to replace them. We could just. I mean, let's be honest. We ran the last podcast anyway. It's not like they input that much.
I'll tell you what. They're not getting any Hammer. They're not getting Team Hammer shirts.
Yeah, I feel like I'm close. I
I mean, you're already money team. They're pretty much, you know.
Same thing.
That's it. Whatever. But,
Yeah.
All right, man. That's a wrap.
Yep.
Oh, actually, before I stop, I forgot to tell you. I don't know if I told you I was kind of sick this past week.
Yeah.
And I think it was. I thought it was just like a regular cold or allergies, but I'm pretty sure I had like early stages of Ebola.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm actually sitting here now as the first survivor of Ebola.
Well, good for you.
I'm
proud. What were the symptoms?
The symptoms, well, actually, that's funny you said that because the main symptom of Ebola is you don't know the symptoms.
Wow.
So that was it. I couldn't even tell you the symptoms.
You just blew my fucking mind.
I know. Think about that.
Ebola
What that
now.
matter to me? I just twisted your brain into a pretzel.
I don't know where I am.
Yeah. But other than that, I had like a stuffy nose.
I guarantee people with Ebola have a stuffy nose. Guarantee it.
You might not even have a nose. I mean, I don't even know how it works. But,
Me either. I admittedly know very little about Ebola. I know nothing about it. I wouldn't know if I had
I'm
it.
glad we're here. Let me educate you. I can teach a class on Ebola too now because I beat it. Um, the, the most important things for me for my cure was early detection.
Yep.
Right away, I knew.
Hmm.
I was like, this is not a regular cold. I have Ebola somehow.
Okay.
The other thing was, this might sound crazy, but I ate like 100 Laffy Taffies this week, and I'm pretty sure that's what. Yeah, I have the bag is empty. I just finished it like 10 minutes, like a half hour ago.
You crushed that thing, man. Good
The
for
bag
you.
is gone. I
That's
had more than that. So between the early detection and the Laffy Taffy, that is the cure for Ebola as far as I'm concerned. And now here I am, the first ever survivor. So
you
you're in
got these, you
you're in,
got
you're
these
in, you're in company of somebody very special right now.
you got these nurses in Texas catching it because they're not following protocol. They just had to give them Laffy Taffies.
Yeah. So if
You know
anybody
what's good about Laffy Taffies? They have jokes on every single one, so they keep people in good spirits because they have little quick knock jokes on them that
yeah,
make people laugh.
there was definitely some mental psyche that was improving through the Laffy Taffy. Definitely.
Good.
It was like a stimulation.
All right. Glad to hear it.
Yeah. So that's it.
It's a wrap. Episode 2.
Let's get some tunes to jam out to. Hold on.
Yeah, give me something good.
What the fuck was that? All right, never mind. I don't know what I'm doing. Bye.
Bye.